Today I'm going to show you how to recreate the Dolly Zoom camera trick in Blender, sometimes referred to as the Vertigo camera trick. This camera trick is used all over Hollywood films, made famous by Alfred Hitchcock in his film Vertigo, and here in Jaws. It's often used in films to create a sense of unease or disorientation. I used it in my film to make the hallway appear to stretch. So the effect is created by moving the camera forward or backward while simultaneously adjusting the focal length. We can achieve the same thing in Blender by animating the camera position and keyframing the focal length value. Let's create our own scene. So I've just set up a scene here. We've got our character here in the foreground and we got some background that's taken from one of the scenes from the film. We need a background because that's essentially what will be warped. The camera will move, but the character will look like they're in the same position, but the perspective around them will change. So if we go into camera view, this is what we can see right now. Okay, so the current focal length of the camera is 35mm. We're just going to use 100 frames and we're going to change the perspective. So let's just start by keyframing the camera. So I'm going to keyframe the focal length and I'm going to keyframe the location of the camera. So let's go forward 100 frames and let's up this to 100. So that obviously zooms us in. But if we zoom out, so make sure you've got camera to view selected, and if we just begin to zoom out, let's just keyframe that position. Okay. And let's just check it against the first frame. That's not too bad. I think that's pretty much right. So if we now play that, you can see that the character appears to be staying in the same position, but the perspective around him is closing in on him. Okay. So what I'm just going to do as well is we just take this to rendered view. Let's just switch the overlays off as well, so you get rid of the armature. I'm going to just set some shape keys. So let's just, this is a frown shape key, so as I turn that off, you can see it makes him frown. So I'm going to set that to 0 to start, and then at 50 frames, so halfway through, let's set that to 0.8. Looks kind of unhappy, and then let's do the same with, I have this sad keyframe, and all that does is adjusts his eyebrows to make him look sad. So we'll keyframe 0, and then again at 50, let's just set that to 1, and now he'll look kind of sad. So as the camera perspective changes, he's going to look a little unhappy. Okay, so finally, let's just get back to the camera, into the settings. So we've got our focal length now keyframed, but we're going to set depth of field. Let's just set that as the eye of our character, and that gives us a little bit of a blurry background as we go. Okay, so I think we're just about ready to hit render. So render animation. And once it's rendered, here's the final shot. If you've not already, please check out my film Time, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Bye.